Hi guys, Bruce here. Well, I picked up this little pressure washer. It's a old style flathead, 4 horsepower with the primer button on the side. It's like a lawnmower. It's kind of weird. It's the first one of these I've seen. And the engine will run if I hold my hand over the intake, which means it's plugged, it needs to be choked. And if something needs to be choked, it's not getting a good enough fuel-air mixture. So I hooked up the cheap wand that came with it. It's not the wand that's made for this machine, and it sprays, but it doesn't have that much pressure. So I know I can get the engine running on this one. So now the unloader, I think, is stuck. So we're going to just turn it a little bit so we can get it out. The unloader, what it does is when you squeeze the trigger and the high pressure water is coming out the end of the wand, this is a cheap one, nothing's blocked and it shoots out at 2200 psi out of here. When you close the handle, it bypasses back to the intake. You can see that tube right there. It goes and it redirects the water back. So if you leave it recirculating like that, it'll overheat. And one other thing that I did that was, well, it happens, was I had a screwdriver in here and I snapped that off. So I cut it off and then I used my Dremel to cut a new slot in that screw. So that's not the end of the world either. I was trying to adjust it. So, I believe it's a 15 millimeter to get this off. But first of all, we're going to just pull this pin and see if we can get this out of here. So I paid $15, I paid $15. I paid 40 bucks for this. A little bit of carb cleaner. And a little bit of high performance penetrating lubricant. We'll just let that sit in there. And I'm going to try and get this unloader out of here. Because I bet you that this unloader is stuck halfway and it's not pressurizing up. Because everything else looks good. I'm not getting leaks or anything like that. Leaks are the downfalls of these cheap little pressure washers. I do have an expensive pressure washer, but it's over at a friend's house who is the other owner of it. We are co-owners, and he is renovating and needs a good pressure washer. So in the process, I thought I would try and get this out of here. Now, this is the retainer, and it holds back a washer. Did you get that? Now I'm going to try and get this out of here. Doesn't want to come. Oh, there it goes. So this is where we're going to learn right now. A lot of guys don't fool around with cheap little pressure washers, but you know what? They're expensive. And in Canada here, this replacement pump is $140. So $62 US. As soon as we go over the border, it becomes $140. Enough of that. So let's get this little unloader out of here and see what we're made out of. Alrighty. So now I'm just going to turn the camera off, and I know there's another valve in there, or no, I'm sorry, there's a little spring in here that just makes this go back and forth. And it might have been sticking. Okay guys, I have cleaned up this unloader as best I can. You can see there's no more aluminum oxidization on there. And I also, inside here, you can take this apart one more step, right? And there's a little O-ring in there. The O-rings look okay to me, but because I've been dorking around with it, it might leak. So we're going to put it back together now. Just, are you with me there? Like that. The washer, the spring, the pressure adjustment 15 millimeter bolt, That's going together well. So I've cleaned it all up. I just used steel wool and all kinds of, you know, just a little bit of elbow grease and I used some paint thinner. Just doing this for your benefit so you can see what's inside here. Okay, now that's starting to tighten up. So then it just goes back into here. Oh, my bad. There we go. And you just need to tap it in with a screwdriver lightly. There we go. Did you see that? Did you see that? And then this holds it all in. I wanted you guys to see that. I actually had this assembled, and then I thought, you know what, I better just, because this is, when you're going pressure washer, good chances are you're going to be, I know, I should be using something else here. There we go. Okay, so now that's enough of that. Got to put this little retainer on here. Right there. Let's do this right. Ding, 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 ding. I'll tighten it up a little bit more. There we go. You don't want to over tighten this stuff because it's made out of soft everything, right? That's starting to feel firm. Alright guys, so you guys have seen these. These are so common on the Briggs 3.5 to 4 horsepower classics. So we're just going to pull this tank off. I got a hunch there's something plugged in here because it won't run properly. It just starts and stalls. Hey, that's familiar, right? A small engine that starts and stalls. Are you with me? Okay, so we need looks like a 1/2 and a 3/8. Oh, and for your benefit, I already drained the fuel. And no, I didn't spill any. Let's turn Bruce on to see if he spilt some gas today. Oh. Now this should just lift out of here. And then a Z-bend will come off the carburetor. And now we can just move this to the other bench for now. I don't like this one, it's not on wheels. But I think I got my $40 worth. Okay, there's a million of these. So now we're just doing the classic carb clean here, eh? It's not even dirty, eh? Oh, it's loose. There's probably water in it. There's some reason why this engine only runs for 2 seconds, not even. Okay, it's not plugged. Huh. I don't know. Let's get the diaphragm off and see what's going on. Okay, Mr. Diaphragm. I don't see any clogs. It looks okay. But you just don't know what's in here, right? Okay. So I believe if I spray into that hole, it should come out there. Seems cloggy. Is that a word? This is where I usually squirt myself in the face, right? It's a little clogged up. So let's get the carburetor kit. Alright guys, I am going to go ahead and change out the diaphragm in 795083. I think it's the same one that's in the lawnmowers. I'm 99% sure, 100% sure. There's just something that doesn't feel right. I haven't found anything wrong. So yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm liking the look of that now. There's 5 of these little devils. Okay, I'm just going to pop this back on the motor, and then we're going to give it the old college try. We can even pop this one on if the whole thing, right? So this is the throttle, Z-bend. So let's go see if this works now. Okay guys, let's just check and see if this little guy will start now. Now let's go see if it'll pump. That's good, huh? I don't know what happened. There must have been a chunk of dirt or something right in one of those passages, huh?